Hey, Shad here with Speed Addicts, a fast growing gear site on the web, and today we're gonna uncrate the HJC V31. What's up, Speed Addicts fan? Before we jump in and tell you all about this brand new helmet from HJC, do us both a favor and subscribe to the Speed Addicts channel. That way you don't miss out on any of the latest gear reviews. We're always getting first look at the latest parts and gear coming your way. Subscribe, don't miss out. Also, if you decide you'd like to purchase one of these V31s from us here at speedaddicts.com, we would appreciate that. We make it real easy. There's a link in the description below. They'll get you over to these very beautiful V31 classic 3/4 helmets. You can also shop for other parts and gear while you're over there. Give us a shot and we'll make sure to treat you like family. Okay, let's check this out. HJC, the #1 helmet manufacturer by volume in the world, according to them. I guess we'll take their word for it on that claim. Definitely a force in the industry for decades and decades. Now, this is more of a classic look 3/4 helmet, a little vintagey with the 3-snap visor option, but you get the modern creature comfort of, say, this drop-down visor, speaker pockets, a very nice fiberglass shell, all for $199. Now, if you want to go for the high-end version, you're that type of guy or gal, you can get a full carbon fiber version of this. It's going to be lighter and more badass looking, but the price tag comes with it, $329 to $334. We'll make one of those yours. We don't have that in the studio. Here we have the fiberglass that comes in a number of different colors. I would say the paint on the new vintage helmets coming out of HJC is a cut above some of the competition. We just did the V10 model. You know, that classic British racing green with the pearl, the clear coat, looks really good. Now, if you want to be a little bit more under the radar, we have the matte finish. 2 pounds, 10 ounces. Very lightweight, as it should be for a 3/4 with a fiberglass construction. DOT homologated, intermediate oval fit, which means it's going to fit most of those head shapes here in the United States. 3 shell sizes extra small through 2 extra large. It fits very much like an HJC helmet, which is to say it fits true to size. Now, go by that HJC sizing chart at speedaddicts.com. You shouldn't have any trouble. But in case you do, we offer no cost returns. That's why you should be buying your helmets with us here at Speed Addicts. You're gonna get that free return label in case it doesn't work out. Just make sure you live in the lower 48 states and the helmet's brand new, original condition. We're gonna make returns and exchanges real easy, folks. Give us a shot. Okay, back to the helmet. You notice we have no ventilation. That's usually where we start, and they are not giving you any ventilation because that would mess up this very beautiful design here. This egg shape, it is classic, it is pretty, it's swooping, but you're missing the ventilation. So if you live in a very hot, humid climate, you might not want to go another direction. But if you got that Cafe Racer, that V-twin, you want that classic look, you might want to run a 3-snap visor, a bubble visor, flat visor, whatever you're looking for. You can run a 3-snap peak on this. If you want that sort of look, that sort of functionality, then here we are with the V31. The thing I like about this drop-down visor is that it is fully customizable in terms of how far it's coming down. You have a number of settings here. That's all the way up. That's going to keep it from hitting your schnoz if your face is shaped differently than that other guy. No longer are the days of one-size-fits-all drop-down interior shields. HJC on a lot of their new helmets do have adjustability there. It's very cool. Long overdue if you ask me. So let's back that off. We'll put those down in the all the way, the lowest position, so to speak. Okay, so this, you'll notice it does have a tent to it. They will have additional tents available or clear if you want. So you do have some options there. And the best thing about this drop-down visor, I know it's just a drop-down visor, Shad. Why are you going on and on? There is a snap to remove this that you can access. You're not flying blind. Pretty much every internal drop-down visor I've ever messed with, you can't see the snap that holds it in place. This one, they're letting it peek out. All you have to do is lift that up and then pull this out. You're not like pulling and praying that you don't break stuff and then shoving it back in. They've moved it out so you can see what's going on. It's a lot easier to swap these out. So if that's you like to swap out your shields or your visors, a lot easier to deal with that here. This is eyeglasses friendly, which is important. Okay, I know there's no ventilation, but you got a lot of airflow here. If you're not getting enough airflow, run sunglasses instead of this drop down, and that will work for you. Let's flip this over and see what the guts look like. You can see from the outside the way they finished this off with this classic stitching, this leather look. That is synthetic leather all around the bottom, totally quilted out, gives it that vintage feel, and it's just a more quality appearance. When you're getting into 3/4 that cost $200 and up, I think this is what you should expect. they haven't disappointed here. Let's open up the D-ring closure and show you the interior. So, cheek pads, and not just the cheek pads, but the actual complete headliner all come out so that you can wash them. It's not always the way it goes with 3/4 helmets. A lot of them, they just wrap. There's no snaps. You're stuck with the comfort liner. It's gonna get funky. Not here. You can remove this whole comfort liner. Here are those cheek pads I was talking about. And when we get these out of the way, it's gonna expose your speaker pockets. So you can run a comm system of your choice. There's not some sort of integrated option. The speaker pockets are quite large. You can run pretty much any comm system you want, and you have room to install a universal comm out here on the outside. And you're probably gonna need to go with an adhesive mount. There's not really a gap between the EPS and the shell to get a clamp style, but you can get an adhesive mount right here. So that's your comm system situation. Let's show you how the comfort liner comes out of here. It's all quilted. It's got a good vintage look and feel. Totally serviceable here. There you go. That's what their foam looks like. Nice look. Very much like the new V10 in case you're checking that helmet out. And here you have channeled EPS. Get a little bit of airflow even though it's not ported and doesn't have any fancy exhaust. You are getting some channels in the EPS to circulate some air around your noggin. That does it. That is the V31, folks. Vintage look, some of those modern creature comforts and safety like I was talking about. You're gonna get a 3-year warranty from HJC on this thing. If there's something I didn't cover, don't worry. The rider support team is standing over at speedaddicts.com where you can always talk to a human over the phone, live chat, or emails. If you already got one of these V31s, let us know how you like them in the comment section below. Don't just take my word for it. That does it today, folks. We'll see you next time to find out what's in the crate.